What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Progressive Action TV show. I am your host, Tremel Thompson, and I have a question. Is that clown you? Do not be that clown. Do not be that clown. TWU Local 100, Stand United administration is treating you like you are a clown. They know that you are going to support them without checking them. They know that you're going to give up your money and not expect nothing in return. They know that you simply not going to care. And guess what? Not caring is being a part of their circus. You don't want to be a part of that circus and be one of their clowns. That's why it's important that you opt out of COPE right now. And what sparked me to do this video today was that the union administration shamelessly went on Twitter yesterday and endorsed Kathy Hochul. What did Kathy Hochul ever do for transit workers? For those who don't know, the governor of New York State is in charge of the MTA. What did Kathy Hochul ever did for workers in the MTA? Right now, up under her leadership, women still don't have light duty work. They have to interview for a light duty position. And if they don't get it, guess what? They got to work until they 9 months pregnant, use all their sick time, or have a miscarriage or lose their baby on the job, like what has been happening up under Kathy Hochul watch. Now, I want to show you guys a tweet that the union put out yesterday where they think that we are fools, but they relying on the clowns to continue to put into that COPE fund. Check this out.
Question. TWU Local 100, are you with me? Yeah! We fight for working men and women, are you with me? Yeah! We improve your conditions and get you the respect you deserve, are you with me? Yeah! And my friends, I am with you all the way, and I thank you. Thank you for your support.
Talking about embarrassing. Talking about being made look like a fool. Wow. So if you paid attention to the tweet, it says Kathy is a fighter for transit workers and knows the value of the work that we do. Let's think about this for a second. Kathy Hochul is a fighter for transit workers. Who is Kathy Hochul fighting? Herself? She act like she has to go against someone else to get benefits for transit workers. Kathy Hochul is the boss of the MTA. Kathy Hochul creates the standard. But the union put out some propaganda to say that she's a fighter for transit workers. Who is she fighting? I mean, like they think that we are that stupid to fall for that. The governor, Kathy Hochul, controls this whole MTA. The union knows that. But they relying on you clowns to fall for the banana and the tailpipe over and over and over again. And they've been pulling this same play for years. And I'm going to run down you guys some pictures of how them supporting governors, weak people, did us no good. For years, this union been supporting governors. They even made Cuomo and stood next to Cuomo as an honorary guest of a parade. For those who don't know, I know there's a lot of new people who don't know these faces, don't know the names. In the middle, at the time, that's John Samuelson. John Samuelson was the local 100 president. He is now the international president. Look who he's standing with. Cuomo and Hochul. Look at Hochul right there. This union administration been supporting them for years. Labor for Cuomo. What has Cuomo done for transit workers? Cuomo, Hochul, they've been pushing this governorship for over 10 years. What have they done? These are a whole bunch of top officers in this picture. A bunch of top officers. Once again, they standing smiling next to Cuomo. Cuomo has done nothing for transit workers. You have JP Patafio to the left. He is the vice president of TA Surface. That's Brooklyn Buses. You have the middle, President Tony Utano, smiling, cheesing. He don't smile in a lot of pictures, but you find a whole bunch of pictures of him smiling next to Cuomo. Of course, that's Cuomo next to him. And next to, on the right, far right, is Latanya Crisp. She is the recording secretary of Local 100, the top officer. These people have been supporting tyranny for over a decade. Utano again smiling with Cuomo. This has gotten us nowhere, people. This has gotten us nowhere. Matter of fact, you want to know where it got us? Oh, who remembers this? When we got Tier 6, TWU Local 100 president at the time, John Samuelson, said, your 2555 defined benefit pension is worth its weight in gold. He tried to sell us the Tier 6 to help out Cuomo. He was helping the governor undermine his own members. Oh, I'm not done yet. Who remember when Cuomo vetoed Tier 6 up under now President Tony Utano? This is the veto bill of Tier 6, and the union never took action on Cuomo. They continue to support him. They continue to support Cuomo. And we got nothing out the deal but Tier 6 and Tier 6 veto. Low wages. Still no light duty work for pregnant women on the job. No answer to assaults. Absolutely no answer to workers' comp. That's a state issue. Absolutely no issue. Now, we see them doing the same thing for Hochul. This was just this year, people. This is what our COPE money is doing. Our COPE money is endorsing candidates who don't give a damn about transit workers. Look at this. Again, and I really feel sorry for the people in this picture who don't know no better, who think that they doing the right thing. Well, some of them is released, so they already know that they only doing this for their release time. But this is sickening to watch. Another picture. How can you support tyranny? What has Kathy Hochul done for transit workers? What has she done for transit workers? So when I tell you guys we have to get out of COPE, this is why we got to get out of COPE. Your money is supporting tyranny. Your money is supporting politicians who feel that you should invest more into Tier 6. They feel that You should only have $30,000, $40,000 when you retire in 2037 if you tier 6. They support not giving you hazard pay. You paying it to cope, you actually going against your own self because the union administration is not doing the right thing with the cope. And every single penny that you give them goes toward them to fight against you. How does that sound? How does that sound? Now, I'm going to tell you guys again. This is how you opt out of cope. This is how you opt out of cope. You send the email to rdavis@twu.local100.org. The subject should say withdrawal from cope. The body of the email should say, Dear Secretary Treasurer Richie Davis, this is, put your name and pass. Effective immediately. I would like to withdraw my cope contribution. Thank you. That's all you have to do. You don't have to go to no union hall. You don't have to do anything special but send an email to the Secretary Treasurer. You don't have to go through the red tape of their assistants, this, that. No, you send an email to the Secretary Treasurer and they have to abide by it, plain and simple, right? Now, until they start doing the right thing, when you know what the right thing is, getting us hazard pay, getting us raises above inflation, have an answer to the assaults on this job, have an answer to the MTA egregiously denying us workers' comp benefits, women getting light duty accommodations without interviewing. They have to meet this criteria in order for us to reinvest into cope. Because you want to know what? The only thing we investing in is their political future. We give them the money to stand next to the Cuomos, the Hochul's, the Eric Adams, to put them in a better light for their own political greed. That's what we're doing. And we're giving them money to essentially a fight against our own interests. We are funding the people who's going against our own interests. What has Kathy Hochul done that was tangible to transit workers? Do not listen to, well, the vestment for tier 6 went from 10 to 5 years. That wasn't exclusively a local 100 issue. That was for the whole state. And one thing that this union always try to spin is that when there is a win, they try to make it look like they were the anchors doing it, which is untrue. But when it's time, when those losses come in, they start pointing fingers. We're not going for that. So it's very important that you opt out of cope. And I'm going to ask you guys this one more time. Dear Local 100 members, is this clown you? Do not be that clown. You have to opt out today. You have to opt out today. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Now, if you want to support the platform, you can support the platform via Cash App. You see the Cash App on the screen, $ Progressive Action 100. Support the Cash App. Make sure that you share out the show. There's a whole bunch of new employees I'm meeting every single day. That means that someone is sharing out the shows. You have supervisors telling people to follow Progressive Action. I definitely appreciate you guys. Make sure that you follow and share the shows and the content. Let's continue to educate one another. Let's continue to put out the truth. Let's continue to put out the truth, right? Because Progressive Action is not exclusively for Local 100 members. We fight against tyranny. I don't care if you're a supervisor. I don't care if you're a manager. I don't care who you are. We are fighting against the old boys network. We are fighting against tyranny. We are fighting against corruption. And in order to fight and win these battles, we must come together and stop letting these titles separate us. Thanks for watching the Progressive Action TV show today. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.